Welcome to another episode of Hypercritical. I'm John. I'm here with Tracy. Hi, Tracy.
Hello.
Hey. Okay, so we're here to talk about Big Brother
Big Brother season 28.
28. We watched the first one. I watched the first episode, right?
Oh, you finally did.
I finally did, right? Yeah. So I don't usually watch the first episode because it's, what do I always say? I always say, like, it's the fake. They get their key and they're like, oh my God, they go to sit down in a chair and there's something and they move it and the key's there. And oh my God, the key's there. I can't believe I got the key with this camera crew in my house or on our picnic that we're having with our family.
But normally that takes like 2 whole episodes to introduce everybody.
And I don't need that. Yeah.
But they've been cutting it down.
Yeah, they just sort of mix it in the show now, so it's not as doesn't stink as much.
No, it does not.
No. But I'm gonna try to edit this episode really quickly and get it out because it's timely a little bit. So we're going to talk about the new house guests and we're going to do our first impressions. And I don't know about you, but we watched the first episode. There wasn't a lot to get from a lot of people, but we are going to go through everybody. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to do first impressions. And a lot of something that they like to say on the show is people look at me and they think I'm just a muscle guy and I'm a dumb guy. And they know they've got it in their head what everybody pigeonholes them as.
Yep.
And they say, and that I'm going to be this. So
well, that's casting too.
That's casting too. Yeah, of course, that's casting, and we'll get to that because some of their looks, I'm like, oh, you're the person with the in the that this. So let's get right into it. So I'm gonna let's go back to the pictures. We're gonna start with Ashley. So starting with Ashley, I like you were like Ashley, now this is what I just wrote down, like as they were on screen, I wrote down what I thought of them. So Ashley, I wrote annoying bartender, broke. I feel like accountability is going to be an issue with her.
Yeah, I don't think she has a chance.
She doesn't have a chance, I don't think.
Past like the first 3 weeks.
No, she's going to come on strong and people are going to get sick of her and she's going to just, unless she has that magic villain energy where, they somehow survive and everybody's like, well, we can get rid of her later. We'll keep her around for now.
And that's always a possibility because the house guests do like to keep people who they think are moldable floaters.
Yeah, she's not a floater though, I don't think.
I think she could
think
be.
Ashley has floater potential?
I think she could be, yep.
Yeah, I can see, yeah, I can see that.
She's either gone immediately or she's there for
till
the first 2 months.
Till like double eviction
yeah.
That's when you get rid of like that person that sort of stuck around too long.
Yep.
Yeah. And then they did Latrice. You remember Latrice?
I do.
Okay, so
God bless her for being 50.
55?
Almost 58.
She's 58. Okay, yeah. So Latrice, I just wrote what she did. Clothing saleswoman, fashion, and then I wrote also exercises, and then I wrote bodybuilder, in parentheses, not gross.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of women that are bodybuilders, and that look is like really like,
not
she's
cute.
Just toned.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like 58, you said?
I thought she was 57. I think she's going to be 58.
Okay, yeah. And she's like, no, people don't think I look like, it's like, no, you don't. You know what I mean? She looks like late 30s, maybe?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She absolutely does.
Yeah. Do you have the people on your phone too? Do you have that?
I wrote, yeah, I do.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I definitely think she's going to be a physical threat. And so I don't think she'll last long.
They might get rid of her because she's
a physical threat.
That'll be their excuse to get rid of her because everybody's looking for an excuse to get rid of them. So the next one was Lyric. Do you remember Lyric without
I do.
Okay, all right.
A little fun fact about Lyric.
I got some fun facts about her too, so I don't know if we got the same fun fact. I wrote, I put a little heart because she was attractive, but then I wrote, so I put a heart because she was attractive, and I put arrow up. So I did arrow up, arrow down, or kind of like, like if I had a house guest. So Ashley, the annoying bartender, I gave her a thumbs down. I gave Latrice a thumbs up. Lyric, I gave a both ways, because she said she was big into social media, so that was a down.
Hmm.
So like you're hot, but you like social media, so that you're on the even so far. And then it was like, but I'm also a lawyer. I'm an immigration lawyer. She made an odd joke about being an immigration lawyer. Did you hear her?
No, I did not.
She said, I'm an immigration lawyer, so I'll be good at this job, getting people out of the house. So, because I'm thinking
Okay.
like she was an immigration lawyer, like helping people. But the way she put that, it sounded like she's like one of those get them out of the country type people, which I don't think the
I
show
don't-
would be like, yeah, we're for that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I did not
I just think
catch
it was a
that.
dumb joke. But anyway, what is your fun fact? Because I have a feeling it's my fun fact.
Her father
Yeah.
is Glenn Medeiros.
Yeah, and I didn't know who that was until I looked up the song. What does he sing?
Nothing's gonna change my love for you.
Nothing's gonna change my love for you.
There you go.
You ought to know by now how much I
A song
love
I
you.
sang very often in my childhood.
I was like, I didn't know what the song was when I saw the title. And then I'm like on YouTube and it had like millions and millions of views. It's a huge, and I'm like, what? I don't remember the song. And then it sang and I'm like, oh, I know that song. That's like grocery store music
Well, now, yeah.
now, but back then,
We're
yeah.
old now.
Yeah. Then there was Melody.
Melody, is she the blonde?
She's the blonde, yeah. So I wrote corporate game show host.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I don't think she has a shot.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think she has a shot, but I did like her for one reason. She found, and we'll get to them. She found the annoying guy annoying. Like the guy who's annoying that we'll get to was being annoying, and she did the thing where she was like smiling and being like, "Oh, you're so funny," and all that stuff. And then she's like in the DR going like, "Yeah, he just can't stop talking, and he's just full of energy. It's got to get on my nerves." And I was like, "Okay, I'll give you a chance.
Give you a chance.
I'll give you a chance, Melanie." I also gave her a heart too because she's pretty. Then there was Haley.
Haley, I don't remember what she looked like, but I wrote down control freak. Oh, she's got the short reddish brown
Short red hair. She's sporty. I wrote sporty, tough girl, and I wrote horse girl, which I think just means you like horses.
Yeah, I think if she goes about the house with her, everything's in control, got to be done this way.
Yeah, everybody kind of falls into that trap where they think like this is the real world. You got to be a manager in a sense where you got to manage 15 other personalities.
Yep, you can't
And-
control it.
Yeah, I put in parentheses, I put shrugs for her because they didn't feature her in the episode, People
Yeah.
kind of, there's always like a group of people where you're like 2 weeks in and you're kind of like, what's their name again?
Who are they?
Yeah. You're like, oh,
What
I
are they
forgot
doing?
they were in the house.
Yeah.
So she was kind of laying low. So yeah, I don't have much to say about Haley because they didn't have her in a lot. Then there was Taylor. Remember Taylor?
She is the school counselor.
Yeah, elementary school counselor. And then the only thing I remember about her is that she said she was a big Ian fan.
Yes, I do remember that.
So I put a thumbs down, but then I put a smiley face because I don't seriously give her a thumbs down, but I don't like Ian.
Yeah, I loved Ian.
Yeah, I thought he was kind of a nerd.
I
didn't like him.
I loved her hair.
Like I'm a nerd too, but like the way he is, it's not my favorite thing. But I have no other opinion on her other than that. And then the last woman was Mallory.
Mallory.
Mallory's the rocket scientist. And I was wary that she was actually a rocket scientist because they always, they had somebody on one year and they were like, oh, she's a math genius. And it was just some girl that was taking math classes in college and she wanted to just be like an influencer. She didn't really, I'm like, what does that mean? Like, is she studying rocket science? I think she's actually a rocket scientist. I think.
I don't know if she's actually a rocket scientist, but she looks an awful lot like the girl from last season with the glasses.
Yeah, she does. She's the mousy nerdy
Yep.
girl with glasses.
Yep.
Yeah. She does. I can't think of who you're. Oh, I know who you mean. Yeah. I'll put
can't
her.
think
I'll
of
put her
her name.
face up on. I'll put her superimpose her face over both of us.
You guys have to understand, if you've never seen Big Brother, there are a lot of people. They like, I don't know. I can't remember everybody.
No, yeah, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. I put she likes theme parties.
Yeah, she liked theme parties, and some people do, and hey, that's okay.
Yeah, sure. If you like that, like if you like that sort of thing, I'm not shitting on it. I just think it's dumb. It's not for me. I wouldn't go to one. I've been invited to them before. Like, "Hey, I'm having an '80s party." I'm like, oh, great, have fun. You know, like who cares? But here's my question for the women: who do you think is getting bed sores? And by that I mean, like, who's gonna play the Nicole Franzel game of just sitting in bed, picking a guy that you can hide behind, even though they're all strong, empowered women. A lot of them tend to find a guy to hide behind.
I could see that being Melody.
Melody, corporate game show host.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that too. Yeah, I could see that too because she was very like, oh, when I was a little kid, I was ugly, and then I blossomed, and then now I'm hot now, and
Yeah.
it's like nobody cares.
Yeah,
Nobody
I could
ca- you
definitely
care.
see her bed rotting.
Yeah. And then we can do, and then I wrote Popcorn Meme Girl because for people that don't know who Nicole Franzel is, she's she's the girl eating the popcorn going like this, you know? Big Brother actually spawned a lot of memes.
They did.
They spawned Rachel's sister, Alyssa,
Alyssa, yep.
doing a spit take. That's
Yep.
a meme. You know, Julie Chen's The Idiot Sandwich.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody, there's all kinds of memes. And people are like, what is that from? It's like, it's from Big Brother.
Big Brother.
All right, so we did the ladies. Let's do men one. Camus, MMA guy.
Oh, the MMA fighter.
He was my first things I wrote down. He was a God and Family guy, also an artist. So he's like, you know, people think I'm just tough, but I'm also a sensitive artist.
Sensitive artist.
I am a sensitive artist.
I think he could go a long way as
Yep.
long as he like kind of stays in the middle, doesn't make waves, doesn't make the house divisive. I
Yeah.
think he could definitely go a long way.
Yeah, I mean, if he really is just a MMA, if he's a calm guy. Because I know a lot of these guys come on and they're like, I'm even keeled, and then like some of them have a little bit of a
Well, that's probably why he does art.
yeah,
It
to
probably helps
like
him out.
mellow out. Yep. And it does seem like he actually paints because sometimes I'll see people online and they're like, "Oh, I'm an artist. I painted this," and I'm like, "No, you didn't.
Yep.
No, you didn't. It's make." All right. And then the next person we met was Drew, and the first thing I wrote down for Drew upon seeing Drew was 2 down arrows.
Okay, so the kid graduated Sigma cum laude
Oh,
and
right,
doesn't
right.
know what
And
it
he
means.
doesn't know what it means. Yeah. Which
How?
yeah.
If you're that smart and you graduated within the 1 to 3% of your class,
Mhm.
you don't know what that means.
Yeah. So
I
yeah.
don't know.
So I wrote immediately drew 2 down arrows. And then he said, I'm a dental assistant,
Hmm.
which was another down arrow, but just because I've had bad dentist experiences.
I mean, if you're that smart, why are you a dental assistant? I think there's something fishy with him.
Yeah. Yeah. And I wrote, he's a hand talker. So he's like, I got a lot of stuff. Hey, you know, I got a lot of things and I talk like this. And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to draw you in with my energy and my hand gestures.
There's something fishy about him. I got to do some research.
Yeah. Just his hair pisses me off. But anyway. And then we got, he was 2 down arrows.
Oh, that's right. He kind of looked like a troll doll.
He had like
The troll doll hand.
Yeah, yeah,
But it
he-
was like not, it was fuzzy.
yeah,
It was weird.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he's gonna grate on people's nerves if he already hasn't. So then we got Jason. No, you remember Jason?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
So
he
he's-
was on RuPaul's Drag Race.
he was on RuPaul's Drag Race apparently, and I looked up ahead and I read like one of those like articles or everybody's da 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 da. And I saw that he was a drag guy. His drag name is Selena.
Yep.
Well, it's something else, but it's longer and it's a little too vulgar for Big Brother. So they
Not YouTube friendly.
not YouTube. Well, it is YouTube friendly. I
Okay.
could say it if I wanted to, but I said he kind of looked like Gene Simmons dressed up. I wrote Gene Simmons.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the hair. Like if that hair was gelled, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but when he was all in his drag garb, he looked like a Gene Simmons type. I don't know if maybe it was like the white and the black makeup and the outfit.
He does have that facial structure.
Right,
Yeah.
I wrote that.
Yeah.
I wrote bone structure.
Yeah, he does.
So I wrote bone structure, not gonna be a surprise because in like the article where it was talking about him, they put him in like a football jersey. That way it's because I like the Big Brother thing where they think everybody that watches the show is gonna be like, what?
Mhm.
You know, when they see something.
Yeah.
So like, oh, the guy in the football jersey is a drag queen. It's
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
you look at Jason. If somebody told you somebody in the show is a drag queen, which one is it? You would look at Jason's facial structure. Like I've never seen a single episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, but the second I saw his face, I was like, he has the bone structure for it. And I know
Yeah.
somebody over the course of that show has talked about bone structure.
Yeah.
He has the face for a drag queen.
I think he has a tendency to go far. Again, so long as he kind of sticks with a mellow crew and they kind of just quietly control the house.
Yeah, because he seems like he can be pretty mellow and he can blend in. He doesn't seem like he's going to be a problem.
No, he seems like really just kind of like a chill person who's going to get along with everybody or at least try to.
Yeah, and I know that I read his thing that he packed his outfit. So he'll break Selena out at a key moment. You know what I mean? And I think that'll really endear him to a lot of people.
It'll be a nice stress relief probably for everybody.
Like one of those nights where everybody's, where they put on a show or something. That'll be good for him. So I think he's got a chance. Yeah. And then we got Rome. All right, I wrote tennis, pickleball player / coach.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote arrow down. Tracy agrees.
Yep.
What did you say?
Can I say it?
Yeah.
He's going to be a douche.
Douche.
Kyle. He's going to be a Kyle.
Yeah. Which one's Kyle?
No. It's just kind of like, like the Honda Civic driving down Plymouth Avenue.
Yeah, he's gonna.
They're like Kyles. It's like.
Yeah, he was like, I'm a tennis coach, and sometimes the ladies start flirting with me, and I lean into it, and there's that whole scripted thing with the ladies, like, oh, thank you, Rome. His name's not even Rome, right? It's like Jim or something.
Is it?
It was like not Jim Rome, but he said like, I forget why. It was so interesting, I can't remember why.
So interesting.
Yeah, but Rome, no, he's one of those guys that's just like, he thinks he's more charming than he is.
He was not popular in high school, probably.
No, I don't think so. I think because if it was yeah, because I'm thinking like I wasn't popular either, but like to a degree. But I mean, like, yeah,
I think it can go in many different ways.
You can react to those things one of two different ways, and he seems like he's living the high school days now. Yeah. And then there was Barrett. It was a very specific look.
Jumbotron engineer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he could be cool.
He could.
But I also think he might break real easy.
Yeah. I wrote, he's 6'6". He's tall. He's got something special to share. I don't know what it is. He's got something more to him. I don't know what it is, but there's something going on with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when they all get their very special episode moment. Everybody, like, they'll be like, when I was a kid, I grew up without a mom, so I'm going to do this for all the kids that don't have a mom. Like, he's got some sad story.
Oh, we know how much you hate the sad story.
I hate when the music starts playing and they get their little moment to talk about the reason why their life is so bad.
Because you don't like to cry.
I also go, just shut up and get over it.
True.
Yeah, I do that too. Yeah. And then, there's two more actually. Chuck. So I wrote
the
cowboy hat. And this is why we're doing this. This is first impressions. This is like, you see the person, what is your first reaction? It's like guy in a cowboy hat.
Again, he's somebody I think he could fit in if they could get a guys group and just kind of like quietly control the house.
Yeah.
I think he would be really good at that.
Yeah.
And I think he's also going to be really good at managing. Nothing, obviously I'm a female, but historically in the Big Brother house, females can get a little overwhelmed. But I think he might be the one who might be able to like smooth things over.
Yeah, he can. Do you think like the cowboy hat, like he always wears that, or is that like something the show did? Because the
No,
show,
I think that's him. I think that's him.
yeah, yeah.
Because when it showed him having dinner with his family,
Oh yeah, they said he was like a Nigerian cowboy.
That's-
yeah,
yep,
oh, you're my
Nigerian
Nigerian cowboy.
cowboy.
Yeah, because I know a lot of times like they're like, oh, let's put the guy in a hat, and he'll be the guy with the cowboy hat. And,
Yeah.
You know, what I mean, like, or somebody has a beanie. They're like, oh, you gotta always wear the beanie because you're the guy with the beanie.
yep.
I think he really does wear a cowboy hat.
Yeah, I mean, obviously his family has a very heavy accent, so he's probably first generation American.
Mm.
And I think that they probably ended up in Texas, and he just really fell in love with the cowboy culture. I mean,
Yeah, he was doing the he was line dancing with his buddies
Yeah.
and stuff. I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's got a shot. And then lastly, for the new people, there was Yash.
Yash.
What'd you think of Yash?
Yash is actually an alternate juror. Apparently, there was somebody
Yeah, there
else.
was somebody else that was supposed to be on the show, and then Yash got in at the last second.
Yeah, and it wasn't anything crazy. I mean,
No, I don't think so either.
rumors are just that this person or his family leaked something about casting before it was released.
Mhm.
But Yash, is it Yash or Yash? I think it's Yash.
I think it's Yash.
But I think he's going to be the chaos coordinator.
Mm,
He's going to try to jack up the house.
yeah.
Any means necessary. Like, he's like one of my favorite players, though. Josh.
Oh yeah, Josh
Love
is not
Josh.
one of my favorite players. Josh Pots and Pans,
Josh
banging
Pots
pots
and
and pans and crying like a baby.
I love
Yeah.
chaos coordinators.
I
So
know, yeah.
should
You
Yash
need 'em.
turn out to be a chaos coordinator, he's my man.
Yeah. I put Yash was a wide hands guy.
A wide
What-
hands guy.
I don't know if I can do it, but he's like
Oh, like,
doing like the.
yeah, chaos coordinator.
I didn't like Yash. I think he's shady. I think he's up to something. I wrote something else, but I can't even read what it says. But yeah, so those are the new people.
Mhm.
Right. So, all right. We did I did the recap too. Okay. So I wrote down some notes when we did when they went through the show. So like here's some things like reasons why I can dislike somebody.
Okay.
So when they first all went into the house, they go in groups.
Yep.
Rome goes in, and the first thing he goes is, "Let's go!"
Yeah.
I
that's
know
annoying.
that was Casey's catchphrase, that one, and I liked Casey, fine. But like I the "let's go" thing, like
I think the let's go thing culturally is just out of control. So,
yeah, it's too much.
yeah.
It's like, all right, it's such a nothing thing to
Mhm.
say. So I was like, "Let's go." All he did was say, "Let's go," and I'm like, thumbs down. That's all it took. So they all sleep in the I call them Asian businessman tubes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they got, you know what I mean?
The little
they got-
bunkers.
Yeah, and the 58-year-old, I'm already forgetting their names.
Latrice.
Latrice. She was all like top bunk, excited. You know what I mean? You know, if you're 58, whatever, you could have the tendency to be like, how am I going to get up on that? How am I going to get in and out of that? Rah, rah, rah. I'm going to take the bottom bunk, blah, blah, blah. She's all like, boom, top bunk. I'm up there. I'm doing it. Like,
Go get her.
go get her.
Go get her.
Yep. And then they all started talking, and they're like, there's only 14 of us. That means there's going to be 2 more people. And they're all like,
Oh no.
you know, so that means, of course, that means returning house guests,
Returning house guests.
which I hate
I know you do.
because it's unfair. First of all, the show protects you because you're a returning house guest, so people want to see you.
Mhm.
That means the people that want to see you will watch the show. That means ratings. That means you keep them around. Second of all, you get a built-in alliance because there's always somebody that wants to be your toady or like follow you around.
Yep.
It just doesn't seem fair, you know. And if they get unfairly voted off, half the time the show comes up with some bullshit twist
them back.
to bring them back. Which I'm surprised they didn't bring Rachel back last year after she got killed in the White Lotus.
I know that was rough.
That was rough for you, but that was rough for
It's
you.
rough for me.
It was rough for. It was fine for me because I don't necessarily care for her.
Love Rachel.
And I know you do, and I don't. So like the theme this year is like time travel.
Time travel.
So they're going to do different little bits, little challenges going to have to do with time travel. So they did a whole thing with Enzo.
Mm-hmm.
Enzo, the Meow Meow.
The Meow
People
Meow.
that watch it love Enzo. He managed to get his lines out for his little bit
He
because
did.
he was struggling. And I also wrote like, how long will this gimmick last? The timetable,
I think probably half the season.
because every gimmick on the
I
show,
don't like it.
it's dumb, but every gimmick on the show only lasts until the show gets bored with it.
Yep.
I feel like they don't like work it out through the whole season. At some point, Julie Chen will be like, "Oh, by the way, house guest, I have an announcement to make. The time travel thing is over," and then it's just a regular game, like it always
Yep.
is. So when they went back in time to recruit the first person, because that was the gimmick, they went back in time to recruit somebody in 1988. And Rome won that challenge.
Yep.
And he gave it to the blonde girl working at the mall in 1988, and she tore up the note that was supposed to say meet at the Big Brother house in 2026. That was the whole time travel gimmick thing. And she was like sarcastic and she tore it up, right? And then what did I say?
You said when she comes back, it's going to be taped up just like Back to the Future.
Mhm.
And I was
What is that?
confused for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah. And I was like, don't you remember at the end of the movie when Marty gives Doc the note and he goes, "No, I can't know about the future," and he rips it up and he puts it in his pocket and he takes
I
it.
didn't remember that. But
And when
yeah, I
she
do
came back
now.
in the house, it was taped up.
It was taped up.
Who came back in the house?
Angela.
Angela. Angela is from 2 years ago.
2 years ago,
2 years ago. She was a lunatic.
she was a lunatic.
Here's the thing, though.
She was fun.
I loved her. I thought she was great. Yeah, she was a lunatic. And she called in the first week. She called Matt, the guy Matt.
Insert meme of Angela eating a
of doing-
charcuterie board.
Yeah, that or her doing crazy eyes to Matt.
Crazy eye.
Yeah. And when you watch it, you're like, what is wrong with this woman? This guy's just sitting there. What did this guy do? Yeah, Matt sucked.
Yeah.
He sucked. And she was right. She was dead on. He did have crazy eyes and he was crazy.
Yeah.
And I followed him around on social media after he was off the thing. He's the biggest phony, the biggest like, well, I'm the nice guy. Like, here's a picture of me. Like when you see like those fake memes of somebody buying an old lady gas and pumping her gas and there's somebody filming it off and it's like make sure the good deed is filmed
Yeah,
because
that's him.
what's the point? That's
Mhm.
him. That's him.
That's him.
Yeah. So he sucks.
And hopefully Angela, hopefully she learned a little bit.
She said she did.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
See if she can be a little more in control.
Yes. She, because, the first time, and she knew, like, halfway through her time, the first time in the house, that she had to, like,
Switch it up.
switch it up a little bit. But it was already, like, kind of too late.
Yeah.
She had already kind of, like, burned too many bridges,
Yes.
and it wasn't gonna, yeah. So, she's back in the house. And then the second person that came back in the house, I had no idea who that was.
So I don't watch Survivor, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I do have a friend who is a diehard Survivor person.
Yeah.
So he is very excited that Devins is going to be on Big Brother.
Right. Oh, your friend Rob?
Yep.
Okay. Give Rob a shout out. Devins with
Devins.
plural. Devens.
Yep.
Devins.
Yep.
The plural. Yeah, I don't know. He's a Survivor guy, so I guess he's he can handle challenges and things like that.
Yep. Apparently he's good at challenges. Did not win Survivor, but hopefully he'll have a better shot on Big Brother.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of him yet. He seems all right.
Seems like a nice guy.
He's all right. Up in the air. This is just stuff I was writing down as the show was going on. At one point, I wrote Lyric's voice.
Her voice.
She's kind of a
I don't-
baby voice.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Not a
notice.
fan of that.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, she's got a bit of a baby voice. So I was like, oh, well, that's a downvote for you. And then the third one, I really thought it was a red herring. Literally, I thought it was a red herring.
Well, it was.
It kind of was eventually, but we'll get to that. The last one they went back in time to like 2010 or something.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, and they were a VIP cocktail waitress was going to get them something, and I'm like, all right, I know enough about Big Brother to know that Rachel was a VIP cocktail waitress in her younger days.
Yep.
And when the challenge is done, I think Jason won the challenge. They showed the 2010 version of whoever from behind, pick up the tip with the note in it.
And she had long red
And she had
hair.
long red hair. And I wrote, they want you to think it's Rachel. It's going to be a trick. They want you to think it's like they're going to bring Rachel back for the 4th time. Right. Yep. And then the doorbell rings and
It's Rachel.
Rachel comes in. She's back for a 3rd time. And you were excited. You were
Was.
over the moon.
I was so happy.
Yes. So it's Angela, Devins, and Rachel are the new people. And I wrote, everyone has to pretend Rachel isn't annoying. Because she's got a lot of catchphrases.
She does have a lot
She
of
has a lot of
catchphrases.
catchphrases, and she's not ashamed to use them
No.
too much.
Nope.
And when, she was on last year, right?
She was.
She was on last year, and she got eliminated in a competition called the White Lotus, or something trying to be the
It
White
was the
Lotus.
hamster wheel competition.
The hamster wheel competition. And she could have done that competition for 4 hours or no time limit. She never would have got that ball in the center because she just would go a little bit one way and then she just had it completely reversed.
She did.
She was never going to figure it out. And I'm going to cough again. She has a lot of fans, a lot of intense fans.
Hmm.
So, and that competition happened when the feeds weren't on. So people were like, "Oh, Rachel's been eliminated."
Yes. So
On
when
the
the
spot.
feeds came back, it was like, where's Rachel?
Yep,
What happened?
yep,
Yep.
And people get a little conspiracy theory-ish around the show, because the show has done some questionable things over the years.
Yeah, but you know what? I also think that in part was due to Rachel. She's got 2 small kids at home.
Mhm.
And I think by that point in the summer, she was just kind of like,
I'm ready to go.
I'm kind of ready to go. And so when I saw her come in last night, I was excited, but
Mhm.
I was also kind of like, she's not going to spend another summer away from her kids.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, because when she got eliminated, I really feel like she was fine with it.
Yeah.
But the people at home were not.
no.
And it's like I have kind of an adversarial relationship with certain types of Big Brother fans
Mhm.
because they're crazy.
Yeah.
They're crazy. Like I kind of hope that this, like I hope maybe this episode will catch on, but in a way I don't, because if you get the wrong kind of person that doesn't have a sense of humor about the show and takes it way too seriously,
Yeah.
they can be a major pain in the ass.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. And they take the game more seriously than anything.
Yep.
And they start injecting their own issues in their own lives into like who should win and who's a horrible person and
Yep.
who's a good person. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah,
there
you
have been-
see all kind of nonsense on the message boards.
I've seen
and stuff.
people. Yeah, I've seen people like hate house guests, and it's like, what did they do?
Mhm.
And they're like, well, clearly they did, and then it's like, oh, I'm talking to an insane person
Yeah.
because clearly none of that is clearly anything.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But then I wrote, everyone has to pretend Rachel isn't annoying. And then I wrote, oh, good, she's dead. Because they all go to the first competition.
Mhm.
And it's just, again, another BS way to keep the returning house guests or the special guests, in Devin's case, Devin's case.
Yep.
That's interesting. Is to give them the first head of household.
Of course.
So that people can give them a whole week of people sucking up to whoever has it, right?
Yep. Got to create a target from the beginning.
Yep. So it's Angela, Devins, and Rachel going for the competition. They go to the dinosaur era, and there's a big volcano behind them. And at some point, like a guy in a dinosaur costume comes out. And the second he like made contact with Rachel, I was like, oh, this is part of the show. This isn't real,
Yeah.
And then he starts like harassing her, and she's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And then she starts going behind the volcano, and I go, "Oh, they're gonna twist it."
Yeah.
And they did.
They did.
And then Rachel fell into a volcano and died.
Yep.
Like you do on
As
game
you do on
shows.
Big Brother.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you went from happy to sad,
I was sad.
and I was like, "She's dead." But it did make sense because she was using her catchphrases like, "You newbies better get ready because
Yep.
nobody gets between me and my $500,000 or whatever
Yeah.
they give." You know,
Yeah.
she was getting it all out. Like I felt like she was like really putting it on even thicker than normal, and I was like, "Oh, she's doing that to kind of like
Yeah.
that's all part of the act."
Oh yeah, produced
Yep.
for sure.
So that was good. I kind of like that they just like faked you out because I'm sure people like me were like, oh, again, like 4 times you're gonna be on the show. That's
Yeah.
you know. But I did see people online like, well, not watching the show now, and I was like, well, no, you're not.
Drama.
No, you're not, because I'm going to see
Drama.
you next week in the comments going, that's it, I'm done with the show,
Yep.
and then the week after, and the week after, and the week after. So I don't know, like what. I don't have like a favorite. Do you have a favorite?
No, I think the live feeds start tonight, so I think probably there's like spoilers on this show. So if you watch Big Brother but you're not caught up, this is not the podcast for you.
Mhm.
Because I watch a lot of the live feeds. We both do. It's a 24-hour a day, 7 days a week show. So, I think after that, maybe by Sunday, I'll have decided if I like somebody.
Yeah, I usually don't have like a favorite at first.
Yeah.
And then besides, it doesn't matter because your first favorite, you hate them about halfway through. Not
You
you
do.
personally, but like everybody will,
Yeah.
you will hate your favorite halfway through the season. And somebody you thought sucked will be
Yep.
you'll be like, oh, now that you listen to them talk. You got to listen to these people talk.
Yes.
And you really do need to watch the live feeds because that's when you find out who these people actually are.
Really are. Yeah, for sure.
Not the my 3 favorite thing. I'm bubbly. I've got a good personality, and
Yep.
I'm a fierce competitor. It's like
Yep.
okay, good. Everybody said the same thing.
Yep. It was like with Britney. Everybody loved Britney until they started watching the live feeds.
Brittany,
The blonde Britney.
Brittany the blonde. I know Brittany Haynes. You don't mean Brittany Haynes,
I
right?
think so. I think that's her last name. I don't, again, people, I don't remember names.
It must be a different. No, Brittany's like the one from a long time ago.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I liked Brittany though.
Um,
She had kind of like that. It was kind of an act, but it was kind of like that disinterested, sarcastic, droll.
she made some comments on the live feeds that were
Well, that's
pretty
the thing.
pretty gross.
Well, that's the thing is that
so that's why.
that's what happens is all of a sudden you like somebody and then somebody goes, oh, this person said this in the live feeds, and then you go. But the other counteracting to that is that a lot of people say in the live feeds, this person said this in the live feeds, and why are they still on the show if they said such a heinous thing? And then you watch the video and they didn't say anything like what they heard.
Because context is important. And yes, sometimes if you're listening for something
Yep.
and you have a confirmation
Yeah,
bias,
if you're listening for something and there are
just
people...
like EVPs, when you watch paranormal shows,
yeah,
you're going to hear what your brain wants you to hear.
right.
So
like,
yeah, you do have to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when you watch an EVP show, and I've said this before, the subtitles do all the work for the viewer.
Yeah.
Because if there were no subtitles and you're here and they're like listening and they
You
hear
would hear
they
nothing.
hear and then the subtitle goes, get out of here. And it's like, no, it just sounded like we just told you to hear, get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's people that want to make the show miserable to watch.
Yeah.
You know, so they're like, oh, this person is sexist, this person's racist, this person said this, and then you watch it and you're like, yeah, no, they didn't though.
Context is important.
And
yeah.
it's like, so, but then you've got like this fan base that believes stuff that they read online, and then if you like that person, then you're a bad guy
Bad,
for
awful
liking this
person, too.
How can you? It's like, well, they didn't say that. They didn't do that. All the things you're making up are made up. Like Cameron, remember Cam, the guy with the curly hair?
Yes.
Everybody on the show hated him.
Everybody
He never did
hated him.
anything.
He did nothing
He
wrong.
did nothing wrong. Izzy hated him because he didn't make eye contact. First of all, Izzy was the most miserable person.
Izzy was
on the,
awful.
Yeah, and she thought that she was just like awesome.
She was really just a miserable
She was a miserable human being, but she was always like, I effing hate this and I hate that, and it's like, you suck.
Yep.
You're a little black rain cloud walking around.
Yep.
And like Cam was supposed to be the bad guy.
Yep.
And I was like, what did Cam ever do? And somebody was like, there was one day where like he had glasses on and he opened up a door and he was just like staring at somebody, and it's like he was creepy to this girl. And I'm like, the whole like this person was creepy. That's another thing people do on the show. Like, oh, that's creepy.
Yep.
And it's like, you just don't like that person. So anything they do is creepy.
Yep. And Cameron was the one who
Had a daughter.
he did. Yeah, he had a
He was like a good
daughter.
dad.
He was a good dad. But my favorite was when I was watching the live feeds one night and they were doing the nomination ceremony live.
Yeah.
He was just walking around with pies.
Oh, right. Yeah,
That
that's
was
right.
so awesome. I love that.
Oh, that's right, because he tricked Izzy and Mama, what's her face? Mama Fee.
Yep.
Because they thought they were going to get pies, and then he didn't give them pies in the face or something. Like they were even taking their glasses off, like, I'm ready for my pie. And
Yep.
but he just had this, I forget how it went. It kind of stinks, but like, it was just so perfectly done.
Yep.
Because
It was so well done.
Because sometimes people try to do like a big moment,
Mm-hmm.
and you can tell that they've rehearsed it. Like somebody, who was the person was it last year that had a chess piece? And they were like, I will not be your pawn. And then they put the chess piece down and then they stormed out and slammed the door. I should have prepared for this.
I don't remember.
But there was somebody and they stink. And I'm going to like put it on the bottom.
Okay.
John's thinking of this person. And it was, I forget who she was, but she was very theatrical. Oh, I can't think of her now. I can sort of like half see her. She was the girl. She had kind of like an overbite and she was kind of annoying.
You got your iPad. Look it up.
I know, yeah, I am. I'll look it up, and then we'll just cut to when I find it. When I find it, so this is all going to be cut out because I'm good at Premiere now. Let's see, Big Brother. What was it? Big Brother 27.
Mm-hmm.
Brother 27 cast with pictures. I don't think it was that year.
Might have been the year before.
Yeah, because Kelly was the person that looks like the rocket scientist.
Kelly is
Kelly
the one.
from last
Kelly,
year.
yes.
You didn't like Kelly.
No.
I thought she was
didn't.
I thought she was okay. Was a little bit of a victim. Like she made herself a victim.
She did make herself a victim. I was not a fan.
Yeah, like a lot of times she would like antagonize people, and then they would be
Why
like,
are you mad at me?
"Why are you mad at me?"
What did I do?
Yeah,
No, I don't like that.
yeah. Oh yeah, that one. This one right here. What was her name?
Ava.
Ava Pearl. Now I remember her last name too. Yeah, she stunk. Get off my screen. She was the one that did the dramatic, like, I will not be a pawn in your game. That was the girl that has the main character syndrome. She thinks the world revolves around her and her thoughts and her everything. And yeah, she was like, because somebody said
I
something.
haven't creeped on her Instagram in a while.
She was one of those people where like, as soon as the show is over, I'm like, I'm not giving you any oxygen. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna engage with you, because if I don't engage with you, that means one less person engages.
True.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
she stunk.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I got off track. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. But like, that was that type of person on the show, really. Because I can, here's the difference between the two types of people on the show. They're the people that go on there and play a character,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll lie and do something shady, and they'll justify it to the house guests. But when they're in the diary room, they're honest with themselves
Mm-hmm.
and be like, yeah, I lied about that, or
Yeah.
yeah, I did this.
And
And
trying to cause trouble.
I was just trying to cause trouble. I was trying to do this. They had a plan.
Yeah.
If I do this, then they'll do that, and blah, blah, blah. And then there's people like Ava that overreact and get upset. But then they go in the diary room and they're like, they stink. They suck. I'm awesome. And it's like, no. Oh, you really do believe what you're saying. You
Yeah.
believe your own bullshit. Yeah. And that's where I have a problem with, like, you can do whatever you want in the context of the game, you know?
But be honest.
But be honest with yourself. That's what the diary room is for. Is for like, all right, now I'm gonna really be honest, you know. And if you're believing your own bullshit, it's like, it's silly.
Yeah.
And it says something about your own character too, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, it's Big Brother's a heavily produced show.
Mhm.
They pick and choose what they're going to show the audience.
Yeah, and we see
They've
that.
even turned live feeds off.
Right, they do that. That's
They've been
the
doing
thing.
that more frequently.
Yeah, you see a lot of puppies
So yeah,
when you watch the live feeds.
last year it was just constant puppies or fish bowls.
Puppies.
There
and
was
fish
almost never live
Yeah.
feeds on.
Yeah. So what we mean by that, if you don't watch Big Brother, when you watch the live feeds, sometimes they'll take the feeds down they take them down for like competitions sometimes. You know, they'll be like, oh, they'll have a thing. They'll play that one part of the theme song on a constant loop, so you hear that constantly playing in the background. And then they'll show like puppies playing or kitty cats playing just to give you something to watch. Or they'll show the fish tank.
And unfortunately, you get so like in tune to like, there's been no feeds for 6 hours. Someone must have self-evicted.
Yeah.
Someone must have got kicked out.
Yeah, you start speculating, yeah.
But it happens. All of a sudden, feeds come back and you're missing a player.
Mm-hmm. And they're very, very quick to jump on cut the feeds.
Yep.
So, because there's a lot of things you can't do on the feeds. You can't sing a song on the feeds because they don't own the rights to them. So if they start singing, they're like, please stop singing, because they'd have to pay the rights or whatever. But half the time, if they start, you'll be them sitting around and nobody will be talking, and then somebody will say something, and they'll start to say something interesting, and it'll be like, bow, dun, 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 and it'll be like, come on, like, can you just let it go for a little bit?
Yep.
They're a little too quick with the trigger finger on the feeds, and that's why. And the other thing is, like, if you watch the feeds on.
Well, I think one thing too is a lot of people will watch the feeds and read the forums, so they don't feel. I mean, I still feel like I need to watch the show, but I imagine that there are some people who feel like they don't because they feel like they've seen everything.
Yeah, because a lot of times, like now, when you watch the feeds, the episode with the competition, it's like we already know. Everybody already knows who won.
You just want to watch the comp.
You just want to watch the comp because it's something that you haven't seen yet.
Yep.
And hopefully it's interesting.
Yeah.
But back in the day before, like you could still find out. But it wasn't as like didn't have like our phones on us at all times, like back then. Show's been on forever. So it's different, you know? You can get spoiled. So I used to just watch the TV show.
Yep.
And then people would say, well, you didn't see the feeds. You don't know what it's like on the feed, And then you start watching the feeds and you're like, oh, that person's nothing like the show portrays them.
Yes.
And sometimes the show does give people a bad edit or whatever.
Oh, they do, yeah.
But a lot of times they cover their ass too. Because they say some stuff on the live feeds, and you're like, "Wow, what a scumbag!" And then on the show, it's like, "Oh, they're the funny guy," and it's like, "No, they're kind of a scumbag."
Yeah,
they say some bad stuff. Yeah,
And I think more people are watching the feeds now because you used to have to pay for the feeds if you had a Paramount Plus subscription.
Yeah, it was like CBS All Access or something back in the day.
But now they're available on Pluto TV, which is free, and
it's free.
There's going to be some limited live feeds on the YouTube channel.
On the YouTubes, yeah. So, because they said they're going to have some stuff on YouTube.
Yep.
And honestly, that's better. Because to go on YouTube, it's like you're on YouTube.
Yep.
To go on the live feeds on Paramount Plus, which we pay for whatever, I don't know there must be something on Paramount Plus you watch.
Yeah, there's a couple things I watch on Paramount Plus.
Yeah. Oh, and we get Showtime, so I can watch like Twin Peaks Season 3 if I wanted to, even though I got the Blu-ray. What was I saying?
On YouTube, you can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah. You can get it on YouTube. Paramount, you go to the Paramount app and you click on Paramount Plus and you see the logo and feels like it's loading, maybe. And then the main menu comes up. And usually at least Big Brother's on the big splash screen.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, that's really those problems are limited for us on the cable boxes. Because on my iPad, I don't have a problem.
Yeah, on the TV, it takes forever to get into Paramount Plus.
And you can't pause anything.
You can't pause. It's like Tubi. You can't pause anything because you just...
Yeah.
It's like, don't just let it run.
Yep.
Because if you pause it, there's a delay, and then you don't know if you're paused or playing, and it's waiting to kick in, and...
It took me 2 whole days to watch a movie on Paramount Plus a few weeks ago.
Yeah, there's some things I'll just give up on, like even HBO Max sometimes. Like I've tried to watch Welcome to Derry a couple of times, and actually I was not into it. But then I started watching it. I was like, oh, it's entertaining. I'll watch this. But then it kept like lagging. And
yeah, you got to use the app on your iPad.
Yeah, because it does it with Mad Men too. And it's like, and anytime I watch anything, I watched Paris, Texas, that movie, 2.5 hours, whatever. I love that movie, but like, you watch it and all of a sudden, like, you can't, the volume dies and you see the
Mhm.
swirl and it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So the live feeds, it takes a while to get into them, and then you spend like 5 minutes getting into it, and then it's like the 4-screen view, and it's like puppies, puppies, puppies. It's like oh, okay, and then you know,
Yep.
and you're like, so do I leave this on? And we do. We'll leave it on. You know, in the summer in our house, all you can hear is bow, doom, doom, doom,
So
doom,
true.
doom, 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 doom.
It's great background noise, though.
Yeah, that 1 45-second loop of music just plays constantly. So that, I know this is going to be short, but that was our recap of the Big Brother new people. Is there anything else that you want to say about the Big Brother?
There is a third
Oh, right.
celebrity guest coming this evening.
A third, yeah, and you know who, right?
It is, again, a past Survivor winner, 2023 Survivor winner, D.
D. Oh, that's right. I looked her up. I was like, oh yeah, I looked her up, and I was like,
She might be HOH. She's the HOH.
oh really? Well, by the time this comes out, and by the time I edit this and it comes out, it'll be like
I mean, it's gonna be open tonight anyway. So
yeah, everyone's gonna know anyway.
D is the new HOH.
D is the new HOH. Yeah.
Which again, good and bad. That first HOH, they either have to be a strong player all the way through, or they're gone immediately.
Yeah, because that's the excuse for the second HOH.
Yep.
Everybody, there's certain strategies that carry over every year. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you're the first HOH, it's good because you can kind of, if you're good, you can pull people in. Like, you know,
Yeah.
if you
As
play
the
it
first
right,
HOH,
if you play it right,
you have to be a very strong head of household, and you have to make perfect nominations.
right, you got
And
to
then
make it
you have
less.
to win the veto.
You got to make
in
little
control.
enemies.
Yep.
But you got to pick 3 people, right?
It's 3.
Early on, you got to pick 3 people.
3, yeah. The
So you got-
blockbuster is back.
Yeah, so you pick 3 people for eviction. So you get on 3 people's bad side right off the bat.
Yep.
And then if somebody comes down and then somebody else goes up,
hmm
you could have an issue with if somebody won the veto that isn't one of those 3 people. You've
Yep.
got another person that you might be at odds with. And if
Yep.
they take them down and put somebody else up, you've got a 4th person.
Yep.
So like you could be like in control for that first week,
Yep.
but you could have like 4 people on with a reasonable like in week 2 or week 3 where you don't necessarily have a reason. Like the first week, it's always like they look for anything. You
Mhm.
really got to walk on eggshells that first week because it's like you got to walk on eggshells in a certain way. Like you can't be like nervous, but like you got to be careful not to do anything that anybody would have an issue with because it's really one of those. I'm just looking for anything to get rid of anybody.
Yeah, and also with the blockbuster, so even you've already gone through power of veto, maybe who you wanted to go has come down, now you've made another enemy, putting someone up. Well, now those 3 people are going to compete in a competition on eviction night, and maybe the person that was going home wins that competition. And now what do you do?
Yeah.
Because now you've really made somebody really upset, and they're not going home,
Yeah.
whether they had the votes or not.
Right.
That's why I love the blockbuster.
I do like the blockbuster because some people don't like it. And then when Julie was like last night, she's like, the blockbuster's back. And then like Angela was like, that's a good thing. Like all like the new people say, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I like her. I know
I
she's
do.
good.
I like her
She-
too.
And it's the thing is that like when I like a house guest, this is something that people do online. If they like a house guest, they will defend them no matter what they do.
Yeah. And you can't do that.
You can't do that.
No.
Like I like Angela. I think she's a pain in the neck, but she's enjoyable to watch.
She is.
She's the magic formula. But she will at some point say something or overreact or be something, and I'll be like, oh, shut up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and you can't like ride or die with these people. And the people online, they
no.
ride or die with these people. And it's like you end up contorting your values, your logic, your everything to defend somebody you don't know.
hmm Who's never going to know
Who's
you.
never going to know who you are anyway. So like, why, So there is a sort of parasocial relationship people have with the house guests. Do you know what parasocial is?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. So like, and I don't have that.
No, you don't.
I don't. Yeah.
Even though you spend more time on social media than I do.
I spend a lot of time on social media. Yeah. And the people, like, I listen to a couple of podcasts, and the people that do the podcast, actually know who I am.
They
I'm
do.
that much of a fan that
Yeah.
the people that I listen to, these popular podcasts, like they've mentioned me on the show, they know who I am. I don't have a parasocial relationship with those people. I don't think I'm their friends.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
like they think about me when the show's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the people that watch like Big Brother think like these people are like,
Your
they,
besties.
yeah, like if they get
Mhm.
friended on like Instagram or Twitter or something, they're like, oh, this is it.
Very
you know?
exciting for
Yeah,
them.
yeah. But first, I don't know. I just did a but first, Julie Chen.
Love one another.
I was gonna do that. I was gonna do that. I was gonna say
Beat you to it.
I was gonna say from the podcast studio, I'm John and Tracy. Love one another. Well, you ruined it. Never mind. Bye, everybody.